Hey, Krishna, the bookkeeping tutor is here. If you ever wondered what your clients would see when you send a code to them from the Xero app, you're just at the right place. In this video, I'm going to walk you through how your clients could respond to your code and how you create an invoice from the code when they accept it. By the way, if you haven't seen it yet, I've got a video on how to create and send a code to your client from Xero App. Check it out. So let's get started. After you send a code to your client from Xero App, it's going to land in their inbox. Your code is attached as PDF so they can download and open it. My code format is not very pretty, as you can see, but it has all the necessary information, the code number, the line items, the discount, and my special terms. By the way, if you want to have a prettier code format, you can customize it in the web version of Xero. In the app, unfortunately, it's not possible, but if you log into Xero through a web browser, you'll have access to all features, including the customization of the invoice, code, and statement format. Let me know if that's something of your interest and I'll make a video on that. Back to the code. In the email, there's a link to the online code. If your client clicks on that link, they can view the details, but most importantly, they have three options here. The first one is ask a question. This function is useful when the client wants to clarify some details with you before accepting the code. Important to note, you will receive an email with the question from your client and you can either reply via email or amend the code and resend from Xero app. In other words, this means that you won't get any notification in Xero app that your client asked a question. It's not optimal, but that's how it is at the moment. Okay, so let's say you've dealt with the client's concerns. Your client can either accept or decline your code. If they choose to decline, they may add a message to you if they want to. You'll get an email that the client declined your code. In Xero app, you will notice that the status of the declined code has changed. The third and best option is when your client accepts your code. You'll be receiving an email informing you about the acceptance. If you head to Xero app and open up the code section, it'll be listed under the subheading to invoice. And you can see that the status of the code changed to accepted. So your client accepted your code and you need to invoice them to get paid. It's pretty easy and straightforward process in Xero app. Head to the sales menu and open up the code. Tap options and then create invoice. Before we do that, let's talk through the other options here. If you have a CRM platform where you create your invoices and you've already invoiced this service to the client, you can just mark it as invoiced. However, you should be aware that by choosing this option, Xero does not record this sale transaction in your books, as it assumes that you have already recorded it in another way, as sales. You can also send the code again to the client. However, I don't really think that this option is often used for accepted codes. If your client changes their mind and cancels the order, you can unmark as accepted and then you'll have the option to manually mark as declined. You may also make a copy of this code if you want to send a similar offer to someone, and often it's quicker to copy than to create one from scratch. The last option is to attach a file, but that's also not a commonly utilized option for accepted codes. So now you are familiar with all options here, we can continue with invoicing. So tap Create Invoice. The good thing is that Xero pulls all data from the code into the invoice form, so you just do a review and adjust the fields as needed. In this case, I'd like to update the due date to the 27th of October and change the invoice number as per my business taxonomy. And that's it. I click Send, and because in this case I'm happy with the standard email template, once again Send. If that was too quick for you, please check out my video on how to create an invoice in Xero App from scratch. The link is in the description below. And that's it. You created and sent an invoice to the client from an accepted quote in a blink. Too easy, isn't it? Thanks so much for watching. I do hope you found this video useful. Let me know what you think in the comment section below, or reach out if you have any questions. My contact details are in the description below. I'd love to hear from you. Like, subscribe, and all the usual things. Hope I see you soon.